Good, beautiful morning, everybody, and welcome to the Saturday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And remember, today is a brand new day, and this is a brand new moment. I have with me the energy of a group called the Ascended, who asked me to read this statement that you see on the screen here very slowly and to be very specific about its meaning. As you know, this is our Saturday show, and we discuss the concept of meditation and application, but they've also included messages in here. So the statement is this: through man, and that means humans, don't get your knickers into a knot about gender, through man may come revelation, but from God it comes. Through man may come revelation, but from God it comes. And the importance of understanding that message is that in meditation, you, whoever you are hearing these words, through meditation, you can receive revelation. But that revelation does not come from the human world. It comes from the world of the divine. If you're of course, a higher mind, of course. This is a very interesting concept. And those of you that are familiar with our Saturday show, I would encourage you to take a posturing with your body and with your mind, a posturing where you allow your body to relax, to allow your mind to become still. And you can do that by using the breath. And they tell us that repeatedly. Anytime they come on a Saturday, anytime they ever speak of meditation, they always say the same thing. The breath, when you assume authority over your breath, it's like taking an authority over matter, over your body, over the flesh. The very act of breathing. When you consciously and deliberately tell your body to breathe, you're asserting your consciousness over the will of the body, and the body will acquiesce to that. So as I said, if you're familiar, just slowly and deeply breathe. And when you exhale, allow your body to relax. Give it permission to relax. Give the muscles in your face permission to relax. Give the muscles in your neck and shoulders permission to relax. Give all the muscles in your arms and hands permission to relax. With each and every breath that you exhale, give the body permission to relax more and more fully. So you place the body into a state of relaxation. You place your body into a state of relaxation. You're not depending on the world to do this. You can establish this state in your own body. This is very fascinating when you get to the place of realizing that your breath is an instrument to change the state of your physical body. And so you use your breath to direct the body to relax. And then secondarily, as the body relaxes more, you can even ask nerves and organs and glands to relax as you breathe. Relax. You give the entire body permission to relax. Remember this statement, what they said. Through man may come revelation, but from God it comes. And so you must put yourself into a position to receive revelation from God. It's not going to come from your body. Revelation will not come from your body because it is strictly of the flesh. So the act of breathing to relax the body puts the body, so to speak, out of the way, so that what's going on around you isn't distracting you anymore. The body's completely relaxed. Your awareness is internal to the body. The second step to follow, for those of you that are familiar and those of you that are new, then secondarily use your breath to direct your thinking mind to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful. For those of you that might have a noisy mind or very busy emotions, Master Jesus often calls this process stilling or calming the waters. That when your mind and your emotions are running too strong, it's like a stormy sea. He says, you need to understand how to still the waters, as I taught many to still the waters. So you use the breath first to relax the body, and then you use your breath to direct your mind, using the breath and using thinking. You choose thinking that you're going to give to your mind. You breathe in and use your exhale. You think into your mind in a gentle voice, be still, be calm, be peaceful. And you repeat that slowly, almost intimately, be still, be calm, be peaceful. And you do this with each and every breath. So the breath then is not only relaxing the body more fully and completely, you're using the breath and your thoughts to quiet and calm the seas, the mind, the emotions. And you use that process of the breath slowly and deliberately, allowing both mind and body to go to a place of peace. Now, the reason they're asking us to do this is quite simple. You can only get from your mind what is in your mind. And you can only get from the world what is of the world. But that which you would require to liberate you from the concerns of the world or the distractions of your mind is the word of the divine, inspired, given to you directly. And in the place where your mind and body are quiet and calm and receptive, where you have placed them in this position where they are at rest and you have quieted them down, you are in the position to be prepared to receive revelation. And revelation is not just ways you can find to get money or to find the right job. Revelation includes direct knowledge and wisdom that you can apply in your life to heal your body, clear your mind, establish a connection to the ascended masters, to your guides, to your angels, and even directly to God. However, it's essential that you learn that your mind and body are the two instruments that must be open and receptive to receiving the word, the revelation, inspiration, intuition, call it what you will. You will not receive anything from your mind that is not there. You will only receive from your thinking mind what is of your thinking mind. You cannot receive anything outside of that until you go outside of that. And in order to go outside of your thinking mind, it is important to step outside of it. And you do that by quieting the mind, the emotions, and the body. You put them aside. And this is closer to the truth of what prayer is than what they would tell you in the synagogues and churches. This is closer to prayer than that. That when your mind and body are placed in such a position as to be open and receptive, not to the world, not to your senses, not to what you remember, not to what you anticipate. You place all of that aside. And in the moment that you place all of that aside, you are ready. You have now entered a place that is not of this world, not of your thinking mind, which is partially of this world as well. And in this place of stillness, where you repeatedly, if the mind or body try to distract you, you then more deliberately and intentionally use the breath. The breath is the key to establishing your authority over the flesh and the mind. So if thought comes up, if emotion comes up, if distraction comes up, you simply use the breath. And with the breath, you release distraction, you pull your attention from the world, you calm your mind, you calm the seas of your emotions with the breath. And the more slow and deliberate you are in applying your breath, the more your mind and body recognize your authority over it. And if you are persistent and deliberate in deliberately directing your mind and body into stillness, calm, and peace. These are the thoughts you can use in your mind: stillness, calm, and peace, calming the seas of your mind, so that both mind and body are placed into a state, where they are not pulling at your attention, and you are now free of them to then consider rational query to your guides and your angels or the divine itself. And it may take a bit of time for some of you to get a handle, to get your mind and body under the understanding that you are directing them, they are not directing you, that the persistence of your breath, be still, the insistence of your mind, be quiet, be calm, be peaceful, and the insistence of using your breath and your thought in this way, you establish a new world order in your own mind. Not the new world order you hear them speaking about in this world, but the order of your mind, in that your mind and body now yield themselves to you, and you, in the place of silence, become open to the process of receiving information, revelation from beyond this world and beyond your mind, beyond the restrictions of your emotions, by getting your mind and body into this place of stillness. You liberate yourself into peace. And in peace, you can hear the voice that is not of this world, not of flesh, not of man. And you yourself are in that hallowed place within you, where word and idea and even healing and vitality may come through you. You can allow them through. But your mind and body often will not allow these things through because they're too busy with surviving and anticipating and remembering, resurrecting the past in your mind again and again, resurrecting the dead of your past to interfere with your present. And the kingdom of God is here in the present, in this moment now, where you may return in any moment. In but a single breath, you can return there. And so, as you hear these words and you continue to use your breath to relax the body, to quiet the mind, even the words you hear coming through this body will not be distracting to you, because they will not be coming from a personality that has any form of interest in how you are going to be or do, but from a consciousness that says it's time to return to your peace, to the sacred place within yourself that the world cannot touch, where neither hand nor mouth nor ear can disturb, where you can return to that place even now and hear these words, that you are not simply made of flesh and thought, you are made of spirit. And in the place where your mind and body have been gently placed into this stillness, this calm, this peace, as an act of your will, where you say to mind and body, be still, be quiet, be peaceful. And by your will, they will surrender. But it is by your will that this must first be done. This first step must be by your will. You must be willing to come into the house where you can hear revelation echo through the halls of your consciousness. That you can very deliberately, intentionally restore yourself to peace. And in that place of peace, you may rest. Indeed, you will rest. For in the place where your mind and body are given by your will the direction to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful, not only will you find peace, but they also will be given rest. And in their restful state, wonderful things can happen when they're not distracted by the world, the concerns of the world, or the concerns of your mind. Then the miraculous nature of your spirit can begin to work. And you can begin to receive the necessary guidance and supplication that you require, that cannot be gathered or garnered from this world or from men. That is, from other human beings. That in this place of the sacred within yourself, that place is always within you. You may always go to this place. We encourage that you go to this place daily, to bring your mind and body to the place where they are still and quiet and peaceful, as an act, if you want to say, an act of rebellion against the world, by placing your mind and body into a state of stillness and calm receptivity. You overcome the world, so to speak, and you return to that place within you where then you can begin to be open and receptive to something greater than what this world can offer you. And this has been taught to many over countless eons of time, to return to the divine and the sacred within you, of which you are an intimate and most cherished aspect. But first, to come to the place, these things must be done, that you need to direct the body to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful, to be undistracted. And even though there may be noise, that the noise does not distract you. And that you can then bring your mind to that place of peace, and your emotions, you can calm the seas, the storm in your own mind through the same function of breath, to say to the mind, Be still, be quiet, be peaceful. Be still, be quiet, be peaceful. And in your gentle deliberations in this fashion, your mind and body will, perhaps with some moderate resistance initially, will begin to acquiesce to the bliss of its calmness, the healing properties that naturally come from a place of stillness, of body, of mind, that are available to you always when you enjoin your mind and body into that stillness, and you bring yourself to that as an act of your will, for it must be by your will that you must go to this place, that you bring your awareness to the space within you that is not touched nor harmed by earth nor man. And anyone of love or fear may return to this sacred place, that you may surrender your suffering as an act of your own redemption. And it begins with the simple authority granted that you have over your own mind and body, not by man nor the things of this world, but by the will of that which fashioned you to exist at all. That you exist to hear these words means you have a desire to hear. And if you have an ear, then hear. That you have the authority to say, be still, be quiet, be peaceful, be at rest. Be at rest. And as you experience that your mind and body will yield themselves to you in this fashion, you move towards the place of the holy, the place of revelation, the place of inspiration and intuition, freedom from this world. And that freedom from this world can be established in this world as well. That you can, from this simple consideration, that you can establish peace in your world. But the things of the flesh are of the flesh, and the things that are of the mind are of the mind. But the things of the soul are greater than all of these things. And when you can establish peace in your own mind, in your own body, you shall bring that forth into your world. Peace will not come from one attacking another. Peace cannot come from the things of this world, but from the spirit that moves through you in what you call heaven, which is the here and the now, not to be found elsewhere, but within you. And so what you call the practice of meditation is the restoration of your authority over your mind and your body. The restoration of what you would bring to the world, your peace, your compassion, your wisdom, your knowledge, your meaningful actions, which can be inspired by the light that beats your heart right now, that keeps your body alive, that you may bring forth the blessing of your being granted you by that which made you. And in the place of stillness, you can hear It is very difficult to truly hear revelation, inspiration, truth. Truth is a very difficult thing to find in this world, as there are so many versions of it, but there is only one truth. And that is within you. And you can only find it in the sacred space, in the chamber of the holy temple, which is within you, not in some edifice made by the hands of men. But it is in the sacred chambers within, where you must close the doors of the temple, the eyes, the ears. You must close the temple. Make it still and quiet, where there is not a thought disturbing or distracting you, nor the sounds, nor sensations of the flesh. You are in repose deep within. And in this place, you will find what you seek in terms of revelation and guidance and truth and love. The love of men is very different than the love of the divine. Even the love of the angels is greater than the love of men. And I use the generic term men, not to add to any further confusion about what you are as male or female. The truth is never a confusion, it is evident. There is no confusion where there is truth. You will do well to remember those words, that there is no confusion where there is truth. In that statement, you will find whether or not a man is speaking of truth to you or falsity. For one who speaks to you from truth, from them you will hear no confusion. It will not conflict with anything else that you know, because it is the truth. But if you are in confusion, you are in the halls of deception, where there is misinformation in your mind or the world, and you wrestle with these things, but the real truth is within you. And this simple process that we bring to you today, to this moment, to bring your body to a place of stillness, to bring your mind and your emotions to calmness, to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful, to restore yourself to the holy halls within you. The peace that is within you, that is always within you. Go into the temple, which is the living God. Go into the temple. Quiet your mind. And in there, ask for what ye seek. Do not ask men to give you what you seek, as men will give you what men will give you. And again, we use the generic term men to refer to humanity, as there should be no confusion as to whether or not you are man or woman, mother or child, sister or brother. And if there is confusion, there is no truth. And if there is no truth, there will be confusion. And confusion will cause you to fight amongst yourself and with the world. And you must divest yourself of this confusion that this world has given you as some gift that, when opened, simply causes unnecessary suffering. So you use the breath to make the temple still and quiet, to make its halls open and receptive to the divine, to those of greater light, the angels of God. And to that which made you itself, that you may hear and know from it directly, and that no man can perform this function except as a messenger. Allow your mind and body, give them direction to be still. Organize your house that it be made ready for the coming of the light, the love, the way, and the truth can come directly to you. As many in this world are confused because they have lost the place within themselves wherein they can commune with the living God within you, that it is within you, that you may establish this truth here and now. And it begins in simplicity, not in complexity, that you have to get up and go for miles to a building where big doors that are heavy swing open for you and you must go in with many others to listen to the dispensations of a single individual, often equally or more so confused than those they seek to help. No, you may go inside yourself into the sacred place within you, where he dwells within you. He dwells within you, not in a man-made edifice. So close the doors of the temple, close the windows, go within, be still, use your breath to establish the climate inside yourself that you may receive revelation. All who come shall be given revelation and relief when you can understand what we are saying to you, that to give your mind and your body the permission to be still, to put your house in such an order that it is open, it is not cluttered with the things of the flesh or the distractions of the mind, then the house is made ready to receive that which is not of this earth. And each and every one of you has this capability to do this, to go into this sacred place within you, that no man can build a place of such sacredness because it has already been built and fashioned by the hand of God. And you live in that wondrous mansion. As you hear these words echoing in your mind, well, within you is where the Spirit dwells, where it will speak to you if you are ready to listen, and you will hear if you are ready to hear. But you must quiet the body and still the mind to that place where you can truly give devotion with your ear, with your heart, to that Spirit within you, and not simply go out and cast alms into a bowl, but be the bowl that you might receive such a blessing from that which made you. It is within you to receive inspiration, revelation, truth, which are very difficult to acquire from those that live in this world. It's very easy in your world to acquire confusion and uncertainty and doubt. But there is no doubt in the house of the Lord, which is within you, in the living flesh. There is no confusion in his house, only in the houses of men. And again, to establish that there is no confusion, we refer to human, all of you, male and female. There is no confusion where there is truth. Where there is deception, there will be confusion. Heed these words well, that you might find freedom from the enslavement imposed upon you by those bound by the demands of flesh, the demands of greed and selfishness. Heed these words, that you not be bound by them, rather be bound by the divine within you, bound in love, in truth, in compassion. Be bound by those, not by the confusions of men. Let your mind be still. Let your body relax. And as you do this, as you do these things, the simple, gentle steps home to the place within you where dwells peace. The few simple steps to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful, to depart from the world of the flesh, to be at rest, to leave the body at rest, to bring the mind to stillness and silence. You have this authority granted to you to say, be still, be still, be still, and bear witness to the power of your word over your flesh to say, be still. And some of you may be so distracted that you are caught up in the mind, and you are caught up by the distractions and the seductions of this world, that you are disconnected from truth and love and compassion. But in this place where you bring your mind and body as an act of your will, you simply need to walk the steps up. Bring your body to a state of calm, peaceful, quiet repose. And if it rebels against you, say, no, be still. I insist, gently be still. And to the mind that may be confused by this world, the same is true. You may say to it, be still, be quiet, be peaceful. I am with you. Be still, be quiet, be peaceful. I am with you. And as you declare these things, your mind and body will begin to acquiesce. The house will fall into order for you. And as they become silent and still, then you will begin to feel a peace that is your natural state of being, the state into which you were born. You are of peace. And can you do this now? And will you do this now? And will you do this daily? At the very least, daily. Give yourself relief from this world. Do not merely go to bed each night to fall exhausted from the distractions and the impositions of this world. Deliberately bring yourself, consciously walk to the sacred place within yourself. Bring your mind and body to that place where they are ready. And any amongst you can do this. To breathe, to give the body permission to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful, to pull your attentions away from the world, from sight, from sound, which is closing the doors to the world. You let the eyes and the ears close. You say to the body, no, do not think of this, do not look here, pay no heed. And then to the mind, as the mind may be quite noisy and distracted and confused by this world, you can say to it, be still, be quiet, be peaceful, always using the function of your breath to articulate your command to your mind and body, to command the servants of your house to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful. And as you get closer to that place where peace is restored to you, and it will be restored to you if you do these things, and you fear not, and you persist until it is done, until mind and body acquiesce to you. The servants now listen to the master. And you say to your servants, be still. I wish to speak to that which made me. And they will sit still for you. And in that stillness you may hear. You may receive from us, from your God, from that which fashioned you to exist. But you cannot get from men what the divine itself will give you. That you must choose to seek with all your heart and soul, that place of peace within you, so that this world shall not trouble you anymore. That deception and lies cannot hold sway over you ever again. That no more will the illusion of lies be presented to you again as truth, that you would believe them. That you would indeed know the truth. And in that knowing of truth, by understanding what is false, remember, as we said, where there is confusion, there is no truth. Bear well these words in your heart. Where there is confusion, there is no truth. It will be much easier for you to discern those that you would call the devils of this world and those that you would call the saviors of this world, of which there are many. But in your own right, it is your right of being that you may commune with that source that made you, and that you may hear the wisdom and the love of the masters and the angels. But if you cannot bring peace to your temple, it will be very difficult to find that peace. And we offer this as the simplest possible way to establish this. Your body is the divine temple. It does not need to be made again by the hands of man. It is already built, and you are living in it. You are living in the holy temple. Make it holy again. Let us take at least 2 minutes here to just be in this peace together. To bring your body, your mind to that place of stillness and silence. Let us rest in that place of peace within you. Let not the world, the sounds, the noises, the sensations of the world to distract you. Go within. Use your breath now. Be still. Be quiet. Be peaceful. Let these be your words to your mind and flesh. Be still. Be quiet. Be peaceful. Just use the breath to establish that peace. Be still. Be quiet. Be peaceful. If the body or mind attempt to distract you, just gently use the breath and reassert. Be still. Be quiet. Be peaceful. I want to give thanks and gratitude to the Ascended today for being present with us and the masters that are part of that group, including Master Jesus. It really is important that we hear these words. There were several things that stood out for me from this message today. The first thing being that where there is confusion, there is no truth. Remember those words. They're very potent and powerful. Where there is confusion, there is no truth. And the statement, the subject today, for those that it might be just arriving or wondering what's going on, we've had a transmission from a group called the Ascended, which are a group of ascended masters and other multidimensional beings that work from the frequency of the energy of love and not the frequency of the energy of fear. And the subject today was called, "Through man may come revelation, but from God it comes." And what they're basically saying is that the source of all knowledge, all wisdom, all creation exists everywhere. And that you can directly receive inspiration and revelation from it by establishing a sacred place within yourself, by getting your mind and your body to a place where they're peaceful and quiet and undisturbed and distracted by the world. You're not distracted by the world anymore. You get your mind and you get your body completely relaxed. And in that place where your mind and body are finally quiet, that's the space inside yourself where they say that the if you want to use the term, the Holy Spirit, Christ, Buddha, God, whatever name you want to give to that, omnipresence, omnipotence, omniscience that's there is within you. And every great mystic through the ages has said the exact same things. The kingdom of God, the all-knowing, is within you. It's really beautiful. Thank you. I'm so grateful. Good morning, everybody. It's important that you share this with others. When you begin to feel that peace within yourself through what they teach us, that through that process that they teach us, when you begin to experience your own peace, you begin to understand it because you're experiencing it. And that once you begin to experience it and understand it, you can have that to bring to the world. You can bring your peace to the world. And the knowledge and wisdom that will come into you from that place within yourself that is not of this world. It's not of this world. That place within you where mind and body do not disturb you or distract you and you're just in that stillness, that is not of this world. That is the sacred place where inspiration, intuition, revelation, guidance, new ideas come into that space within you. And when you get familiar with that, you can share that with others. Lead them to that place so that they're not being led around by the illusions and confusions of humanity, but the wisdom, the spirit of the divine within. Because when you release, I like this. Somebody just said to me in my mind, they were saying, it's kind of like laying waste. The metaphor is laying waste to the world. Right? You just basically just erase your mind from interfering with you, and you make it still, and you make it quiet, and you make it peaceful. That's surrendering the world, right? It's a beautiful thing. The more you do it, the easier it'll get. The easier it gets, the more you'll want to do it. Someone here, Arzu Singh, is asking, can you ask how to make money? What service would you offer for it? What service would you offer for this money? For the service of men is poor service to God. But if you would listen to that which is within you in all good conscience, you could find the things of this world in a very different way than you ask them of us right now. You go inside, the treasures that you seek are not of this world, but they can be fulfilled in this world if they are first fulfilled in heaven. That you must find the wealth of the divine within you to know what the wealth of that is in this world. The things of men are the things of men, and the things of God are the things of God. You must come to understand this. So you can ask us how you may make money, and we could say you can go and clean a floor, or you can build a house, or offer service to another. You can heal the sick, help the suffering. There are many ways for you to make money, but there are very few ways for you to find peace. I love it. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Guy. William, so you're asking me as a medium, I am to receive money today. Is that all people are really concerned about now? Is that all we're really concerned about is money? You look at what money, the obsession with money that's now taken over good common sense and love. Money has become God here. And when you make money your God, you know, that's going to create its own suffering. It's obvious. Look in the world what people do for money now. They do nothing for the divine. They do nothing for love, but they do lots for money. What do you do for love? You know, that old song, money can't buy me love, right? And it can't. All the wealth of the richest and most powerful men in this world, when they lie taking their last breaths in that meat sack of theirs, will come to that moment where they realize the truth. And I have seen the terror upon the faces of those who have borne witness to the meaning of their actions when they go to set foot, hopefully, into heaven. They think that by having treasures of this world that it makes them immune to suffering in heaven. Boy, are you in for a surprise. What love does is of far greater value than any money. Truly. There have been people in this world that were inventors, like Nikola Tesla one. Yes, I will. And so he had ways he wanted to give free energy to people. It's free. Look at, and we only need this little device to do it. Offered at free, because freely it was given and freely it should be received. But no. But you look around you at wars and the suffering around the planet, that's because of money and greed and self-importance. Yourself won't be so important in the last moments of your breath if you think the things of this world are more important than the truth of the Spirit. If you think that money is more important than the function of your love, then you're in for a very unpleasant awakening in those last breaths you take. And most of you don't know what love is anymore. Most of you think love is about sex and what tastes good or feels good. Many of you have forgotten what love is, and hopefully you'll listen to the message. For those of you that are just arriving, the message, this is called, they called this, I got it. Through man may come revelation. Through man may come revelation, but from God it comes. And the Ascended took us on a journey of what the function of returning to the divine in you is. How to restore yourself to love and to peace and to truth. The basic, simple steps to ascend your consciousness to a place that's not of this world, where you can receive inspiration, guidance as to what you can be and do that the world will never show you. Most of you don't even know what your purpose is because you're trying to find it in the world, but the purpose is in your heart. And you've got to go to the place in your heart, not your head. You got to get your mind and body quiet and still. And when you come to your heart, when you go inside and there's no noise to distract you, the world is put aside, and you start to feel that the truth of what you are as something not of this world, you'll begin to awaken that love and that peace inside you that will then become the function of your purpose. Because love has a purpose, peace has a purpose, compassion has a purpose, kindness has a purpose, greed has a purpose, anger has a purpose, gossip has a purpose, and their purposes are very different. The purpose of love and the purpose of greed, very different. So please watch it again. Go to my YouTube channel, watch the full message and transmission under the lives section in my video. If you want to know more about how to connect to your guides and angels, you've got 7 days left to register for Masterclass 101 Awakening, which takes you on the journey that they have spoken of today, of how you ascend your consciousness away from this world back to that place within you where the God dwells within you, where you can commune with Christ and other ascended beings. Did you know that Master Jesus was a medium? He talked to God. He talked to Raphael. He talked to Gabriel. He talked to Archangel Michael. Regularity, got inspiration and guidance from them and from the Creator. And you are equal in capability, but you have to develop it. You've only got 7 more days left to register for this course. See how fast the last 4 weeks went, right? Got 7 more days to sign up. Go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and learn how to get connected to the stuff that is pure and perfect within you, that is not of this world, not fashioned by your books and your schools and your facilities, but fashioned by the divine. You can literally and are in touch, in communion with that consciousness all the time. It's beating your frickin' heart 72 times every minute. It is in your body telling you, I'm here, pay attention. But it's in your soul as well, not just the body. And you need to learn how to get back to that place where you can have direct communion with it. And not just simply chant onerous prayers while bent on your knees uncomfortably in an edifice made by men, telling you to worship another man that's supposed to be the communication line between you and the divine, when that communication line between you and the divine is already within you. You are living in the temple, the church, the synagogue, the holy place. It is within you. Remember that. Learn that. Your life depends on it. Your literal life depends upon you reconnecting to your own divinity. And they're simple, practical steps. They're not that complex. You don't have to spend 20 years in a monastery, although that can be very beneficial for you. You can spend 3 weeks in a concerted, well-structured process learning the simple steps that Master Jesus, Master Buddha taught, that all the sages and saints have taught in the simplest possible way that can be taught in the shortest period of time, because time is not something that humanity has enough of the way it's going. Most people don't realize that what we are feeling and what we are thinking and what we're doing is creating the conditions we're experiencing, both in our bodies and in our world. Anyway, go sign up for that course today. Go and sign up right now. Go to the class, williammichaelforbes.com. It's Masterclass 101 Awakening in the shop. For 3 weeks, 6 days a week, for at least 1 hour a day, every day, you're going to connect with ascended masters, even the divine, Archangel Michael, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, many beings that will offer you their wisdom, their knowledge, and their truth that they get from their source. They don't get it from man. Jesus doesn't get his knowledge from man. He gets it from his source. Buddha goes inside and communicates to the oneness that is all ever present. And many beings over human civilizations, and there have been many millions of reiterations of humanity over billions of years. And there have been many that have come to that place of revelation that you can go to as well. So go there. Don't sit in your mind stewing over what should I be doing with my life? How should I be? The answers are within you. If they were going to be provided by your schools and your universities, everybody would know their purpose. The universities and the schools were structured to keep you out of the house of the divine within you, to keep you in the world, enslaved to the machinations of those who want to keep you enslaved to your suffering. And if what they offered was so true to what they say, then every one of you would be living your purpose. Every one of us would be on purpose. And so you need to go to where it is. As Jesus said, the kingdom of God is within you. It's a simple truth. But you have to know how to get the doors closed so the world's not distracting you. Can you imagine trying to write a letter and have somebody throwing things at your window? It would be very distracting. And when you learn to teach your mind and body to be still and to be quiet, and they follow your authority and your authority only, then even if somebody's throwing something at the window, it will not take away your peace. And you can learn directly from the Ascended Masters how to take the steps to return yourself to the place where real truth resides about who you are, why you're here, what is your purpose. Because if the world knew what your purpose was, if it were capable of giving it to you, you would have it now. So what the world has offered you is insufficient. What we will do is take you on a journey inwardly, away from the world, to a sacred place within you. You know this to be true if you have done even the least of what we have said to do today, that you have felt even a spark of peace within you, then you will know that peace is indeed within you, and not merely from the words that we have spoken to you. That you would have experienced that peace to some small measure is a point of great liberation for you. You do not know how close you are to God, to love, and to all those that live and work and have their being in and through love. You can align yourself to them, or you may align yourself to the world, to the darkness, to the pain, to the anger, to the misdeeds, to the lies, as so many of you are involuntarily trapped in. Some of you feel like you are trapped in pain and suffering because you are. They have trapped you there, these ones. And you must release yourself from their trap. So go sign up for the masterclass and connect with these beings. Find out which ones are working with you, which ones will guide you and help you when you're by yourself, because they are around you. Master Jesus is with you. Buddha is with you. Archangel Michael is with you. You've got guardian angels with you. God is with you. And you need to learn how to hear, not with your ears of these physical ears. You need to learn to hear within your inner ear. We're called inner knowing. And you'll learn very specific practices that you can do to develop your inner ear and open your inner eye. Because I'll tell you, we've had people in our master classes that were in deep confusion and pain and suffering that found the light within themselves. And then they go, wow, I'm free of my suffering. You know what it's like to see the look upon a person's face when they have that moment where they're free of their suffering. And they know it's not by anything the world has done for them. They've done it. They ascended the stairway to heaven within themselves. You can't buy a stairway to heaven. It's already there within you. You just have to walk up the stairs. You don't have to buy any stairs to heaven. Just walk up the stairs. Come and join us. You got 6 days to register. Do it now. Don't wait. Delay is the tragic of the unfulfilled. Delay is the tragedy of the unfulfilled. Do not delay. WilliamMichaelForbes.com is the website. Go to the shop. It's Masterclass 101 Awakening. You get a full description of everything that happens in the course, including what things the fact that we have a program that will teach you how to eat things a little differently, to put better things in your body, to make it a better temple. Most people are turn their body into a slum. And yet you can repair it. You can rebuild the temple. I love it. Thank you. Sorry, I'm just communicating what's given me to do that. Wonderful. Brittany is asking, is Greg leaving me? You're finding yourself, Brittany. So many of you don't realize that you've been manipulated to choose relationships and people based on such superfluous considerations, how they look, how they smile. So many superfluous, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with looking good and having a beautiful smile. That can be really nice. But many of you are making choices about your relationships that are based on superfluousness and not on the spirit of what is right for you. Not what you're going to get from them, but what is right for you, what is right for them. So to answer your question, Brittany, you and he have already made decisions in your mind about what's going to happen. So even if he leaves you, you've already made a decision about something better in your life, and you need to realize that. Change doesn't happen to you. It happens from you. Get it? Change doesn't happen to you. It happens from you. What you believe, what you think, what you say, what you do. Change comes from you. Yes, people can say and do things to you that can affect you. But if you are of a certain conscience, you won't attract things like that. If you are functioning from a place of love, the world will be a very different place. If you're functioning from a place of real self-respect, that you honor what you eat, you honor what you drink, you honor what you think, what you say, what you do, then the change that will come from that will be very different than the change that comes from your fear and your frustration and your anxiousness and your nervousness. Because whatever you feel and think is what's creating your world around you. So you've already made a choice, Brittany. Get excited. Make sure your choice is good. Would you want something better for your life? Because you can have that. It's not about out there. It's about being a better you first and foremost. Getting your mind and body to such a state that you will be the change that you need, and the people that will come into your life will match that. I won't. So tell me to stop there. So I will. I'll stop there. So someone said, today my guide showed up and that was amazing. Yeah, please share your experiences in the comment section. Whatever you experienced today, share it in the comment section with other people. Because it does happen. When you get your mind and your body out of the way, you will experience something not of this world. And yet you'll also have the opportunity to bring things to the world that it needs. And every single soul upon this planet originally came here because you have a gift to give to this world. And unfortunately, many of you have forgotten the gift that you came to this world. You call it, I don't have a purpose. You've forgotten your gift. What is your gift? Your gift is love, compassion, and kindness. It's not just about a job. It's what you're being. Your being is the gift. How are you being? If you're a being of love, of excitement, of playfulness, of kindness, of good spirit, then you're bringing a gift to the world that's that. If you're being frustrated and angry and upset, that's the gift you're offering. And what you are being, you'll be seeing. Right? Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I got a super chat here from Andrea. Hi, Andrea. Andrea's asking, hi, any message for me from any high master? I'm not sure when you came on to join us today, Andrea, but it has been all for you. It's been all for all of you. That where there is confusion, there is no truth. Pray as we have said, for this is indeed a form of prayer, to bring your body and your mind into a place of stillness where the world does not hold sway over you. Go to the sacred place within you. Be still. Let your mind, let your body be still. And in this sacred place within you, call upon us. Call upon us, and we will say to you, we will say these words to you if you call upon us, that love is not something to be acquired from this world. It is something you came to offer to it. What then is your love? For what you do, if it is of love, it shall be of goodness to the world. Wow. Thank you, Andrea. That's really great. Lisa's asking for any financial advice for me from Nanny. Yeah. She's saying, don't hide it all in one place. She's saying, understand the rules of the world in terms of investment, how to increase what you have. Go inside, as this one has said earlier, and ask to be shown what you may do with what little you have, that it may be increased exceedingly. It's true. What answers the world cannot give you, you have within you to call them forth. Thank you for that super chat, both of you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for sharing this. Yeah, and please share this with other people. Give it a thumbs up. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, give this a thumbs up. If you're watching, give it a thumbs up. Give it a like, give it a subscribe, whatever you can do to elevate this to the algorithm so more people get this information. You know, many years ago, about 45 years ago, I was standing on a bridge. I was going to jump off a bridge. It was called the Bloor Viaduct in Toronto. And you might find this really hard to believe, but on the edge of that bridge, a voice spoke to me. My guardian angel, John, he spoke to me, if you can believe that. And he said, don't jump. Call this phone number and ask for this man. And by golly, I went over to that payphone and I called that number, and that man answered, and he took me into his family. And in that, at that day, a seed was planted in my mind that would come to fruition as it has been for these last 5.5 years. That we are not alone. That when you are truly open and receptive to being guided, you will be guided. That man took me into his home with his family. I was not a very good person at that time, but he was. And now I get to bring the wisdom and the knowledge of these ascended masters through me. I get to allow this information to flow through me. And you can learn to allow it to flow through you too. And it's my duty to help people as John helped me. That was my guardian angel. I now know that his name is John. I've known that for a number of years now. Gave me a phone number. And now I get to spend my whole life sharing their knowledge and wisdom with others. And this is my purpose, to help others liberate themselves from the suffering that is needless. And your guides and angels are available to you if you learn how to hear and learn how to see and perceive. Thank you. Andrew is saying, I only need money to pay for these things I need, like the home, groceries, etc. Andrea, if you have need of these things, if you truly have need of these things, not fear, if you have fear of losing, that's a different thing than wanting the money. If fear is the drive behind your actions, then you will reap the actions of fear. But go within your sacred space and say, show me the way. Show me the way. Because the way can be very unusual sometimes. I had no idea that the way for me would be to stand on a bridge, prepared to end my life, to have a voice speak to me, or that driving through the mountains of Gross Morn 5.5 years ago, I would have my wife's mother, who passed on, start speaking to me, and then to her daughter through me. So the way for your liberation from your suffering will come if you're truly open and receptive to receiving it. And there's the key for you. Be open and receptive to receiving. Not from this world, but from this other place. It may show up in the world. It would be revealed in the world, but be open to receiving the spirit of that abundance within you, to receive the spirit of that first. And then it will be revealed to you in the way that it's revealed to you. It really will. It's a very fascinating thing. I'm so happy for you. Hi, Bartman. Brain has been in the process of healing for a year, and I found you at the right time. I'm so happy for you, brother. I think thank you for subscribing to my YouTube, my TikTok. So this man here's had a serious brain injury, and he's now healing his brain injury in his skull. And he received a divine inspiration. I'm not sure who was speaking to us that day through me, but they obviously gave you something very beautiful, and it's touched your heart. And now that you have that, and you begin to bear witness to the healing that happens because of what you're now knowing, then you can also bear witness to, you can call upon other guidance. What do I do? Because if you learn how to heal your body, you'll know how to teach others to do the same. When you learn the rules of healing, ask and you shall receive. And you learn that. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you so much for sharing that thought. I'm really grateful that we found each other. It's a wonderful thing. Hi, guys. Hi, Lori. Khan saying here, these classes are the fastest way to get out of your way. It's really true. Blows my mind every single time. We just finished our Masterclass 104, which is our transcendence program. It's where you actually begin to receive really profound information in communion. Will Amanda and I reconcile? God, my heart feels so heavy for her. Yeah. Go to the original message today. For any of you that are heavy of heart, okay, or you're still feeling confused, or you just arrived here and you don't know what the hell is this all about, go to the original message that was channeled today. It'll be on my YouTube channel after this live has finished running. It'll be on my YouTube channel, and it will be called, again, I don't commit everything to memory, through man may come revelation, but from God it comes, from a group called the Ascended. And you can literally go through a huge transformation just by following the steps that they laid out. Or you sign up for a masterclass and learn this in a community setting where everybody is actively seeking to get to that place within themselves where the God dwells within you, and it does. And there are many other beings around on the level of the divine that will work with you as well. Jesus, Buddha, Zarathustra, Joan of Arc, many others that are coming from that plane of consciousness. Yogi Ramacharaka, Yogananda, Babaji, Sai Baba, many other ascended beings. All right? Zoroaster, the ancient Hermetics, so many. So glad to hear that. Is Richie E. the one for my sister? Hi, KK. Again, I wouldn't ask that question. I'm being told to tell you not to ask that question. That's not for you to discern. Concern yourself with what is of your concern. The welfare of your sister is not your concern directly, but the divine. You can ask to be given the words that she needs to hear to know the truth. If you are speaking the truth and not rumor, the truth will always be heard. If you are speaking the truth without rumor, it shall be heard. So speak to her what is the truth and not of rumor, and she will hear you. If your truth is not to be used as a weapon to force her, but your truth is used as a tool to liberate her from a lie. As all truth shall liberate you from a lie. Truth will always liberate you from a lie, but do not let it be a rumor, but let it be the truth. I like that. That's cool. Okay, let's there we go. Okay, I think we got time for a couple more questions here. Are the Zoom calls going to be 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? I know they are recorded. For those of you that are asking and have already signed up for the course, next Friday evening before 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you will receive your Masterclass 101 study guide and the course itinerary with all the active links to all of the live events over the 3-week period. So each event has its own link that you will receive in the email that you registered with. So it's important you hear those words. Whatever the email is you use to register for the course, that's where your study guide and itinerary will be sent to. The live events, generally speaking, are about an hour long each, except on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, where they can go as long as 2 to 3 hours. They generally begin at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesdays and generally end around 6 p.m. on Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and those days they last around an hour, and they're usually at 1 p.m. or 3 p.m. on Sundays. It depends on what the final scheduling means, because we don't know what the final schedule is until Friday when they come in and they talk to us and they tell us who's coming in to do what lesson. So sometimes maybe Jesus might come to talk about connecting to love or whatever they decide they're going to share. But yeah, the classes can run from 1 hours on the Sundays, the Tuesdays, the Thursdays, and on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. They're 2 hours minimum, can sometimes go up to 3, because the nature and quality of the discussions and the meditations that you send in Mastery are very deep and intensive, because there's an intense lesson and then a deep meditation to help you to integrate and apply that message. And we often see healings happen. I've seen people that couldn't walk after these courses. I've seen, I'm going to use the term the blind see. I'm not talking about people whose physical eyes are blind, but blind in their mind. That's what he means. When Jesus says, when they say that he helped the blind to see, they weren't just talking about physical eyes. He was talking about the spiritual eye, that you can see and know the truth, and the truth will set you free, is what he says, right? But anyway, they will come. That's the general schedule. The course is only $199 US for the full 3 weeks. $99 if you're a repeat student for the course. But what you'll get in that 3 weeks for $199 is very, very priceless. And you're going to love it. It'll make a huge difference in your life. It will take you to a place in your life in 3 short weeks that most people don't get to for years, sometimes lifetimes. So you can get there really quickly, out of the despair and the darkness, into the clarity of understanding your purpose and reason for being. These things can come very quickly when you know where to look. Because if you were going to find it in the world, if you're going to find happiness in the world, if you're going to find your purpose in the world, you would have found it by now. It's all within you. And they'll tell you that again and again and again throughout the course. But yeah, I'd love to have you there. Come join us. Sign up now. You've only got 6 more days. What does my grandma Elizabeth want to say to me? Play more. You're not playing enough. You're being too serious. Someone said, well, I presume this was during the day. I asked God before I left home for answers, and he'd take me there. I didn't suffer. It was amazing. It's very true. When you leave the world behind, and Jesus, Buddha, all the Eastern mystics, many modern mystics teach meditation, getting the body, which is the world, and the mind out of your way, so you can begin to see the real you and know the truth that's within you, right? Have it brought to you through revelation. Hi, Lisa. Thank you. Somebody's saying, Casey's saying here on YouTube, I'm struggling to embrace happiness and freedom past brain surgery. Is there a message for me? Yes, Casey. I don't know if you're the same, Casey, as this other person that had a brain injury that's on YouTube, following me on TikTok, that just made an announcement a little while ago, and they're feeling healing happening in their brain. They had a brain injury too. I don't know if you're the same person, but you've got to realize the body, the flesh, is designed. They tell me this all the time. Your body's designed to respond and obey you. It's your servant. So turn to the brain injury. Turn to the surgery and say, you are being healed. You're being restored. You're being revitalized. Think those thoughts deeply. You are being healed, rejuvenated, re-energized, revitalized, restored. Communicate that to your brain and to your body with such passion that they feel it. Like your hand, when you say close, it feels your thought and does that. Well, the same thing for any part of your body. When you say, be whole, be perfect, I am with you. You can do that, Casey. Like, start thinking those thoughts so deeply and profoundly, like you mean them. So you give your body the proper, intense, emotional energy with which it can take that energy and heal itself. Because you can give excitement to your body. You can give sadness to your body. You can give thoughtfulness to your body. You can give all kinds of energy to your body. Give vitality, healing, restoration to your body. Do it right now. And you'll start to feel change almost instantaneously. And leave a comment in the comment section with what you experience there, please. Somebody's asking, William, is there any possibility to pay off in 2 split for the master classes? Yes. On my website, when you go to the checkout, Lisa, there's the PayPal after. If you use PayPal, it'll give you the option, and you can use your credit card or other things, and it will give you a pay after option, which means you could spread the payments out over a period of time. That feature was just enabled. If you have any questions or concerns about that, you can just use my contact information that's on the site, and you can message me directly, or you can message me through social media. I don't mind addressing questions like that. My website also has a feature. You can message me directly through the built-in system there. You can ask a question, and I will get back to you as soon as I can if you have any problems or concerns while registering for the class. Of course, I'm looking forward to having you there with us. So wonderful to hear that you're coming. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, Amanda, thank you so much for that super sticker. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I got that one. Back at you too, brother. I miss my dad so much. Just lost him. You're not, hang on. Who's this beautiful soul? Helek. Okay, listen. Your dad's not lost. He's just left his body. The pain you're feeling is because you're denying his existence. So sit down, sit and relax. Take a deep breath and relax. And now this feeling of your dad, okay? As you relax, let the body relax. And just allow yourself to feel what's around you, because your dad's energy is all around you. There's this big envelope of this golden light around you. That's how he's presenting it to me to communicate it to you. He's like this golden light all around you, and he wants you to feel the presence of his love. He doesn't have a body to hold you, to touch you in that fashion, but he's got his energy. Please relax, receive his love. It's all around you right now. It's been with you since the day he left the body. His love has been with you the moment he left. And that happens a lot. Oftentimes they come to you so immediately and you're feeling them, but you don't see them, and your mind thinks, oh, they're gone. He's gone from the flesh, but he's not gone from your life. He's around you as this beautiful golden light that loves you so deeply. I don't know why, but he's saying, take care of the dogs. He's telling me to tell you to take care of the dogs, whatever that means to you. That's just the information I'm getting. But yeah, just feel him around you right now. He's not gone. He's with you energetically. He is with you. Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that. I think I got that question answered. Who is that? Prosperity and beyond. Yeah, I think we addressed your question about the Zoom calls. Yeah, just so you're a quick reminder for those of you that are signing up for the course, this course is a 3-week program. It is an intensive program. You're going to be doing and learning things that may be brand new to you in this lifetime. And all the live events throughout the class are held live on Zoom. All the replays of the live events are posted upon our private group wall, so that anytime if you can't make a live event, you can always go to the replay and watch the replay. So you won't miss a single event, even if you've got a busy schedule. You can then just adjust your schedule according to that and go watch the replays. We found that a lot of students have commented that when they go to the replays, they have a very visceral reaction and response even during the replays, as people do during the live events as well. It's pretty amazing because the nature and the quality of the spirit of the live event is still alive in the replay as well. It's not diminished in any way, shape, or form. It's a beautiful thing. Wonderful. Thank you for doing that person. Yeah, I know what you're saying about feeling heartbroken, but this is what breaks. You got to realize when people leave, okay, here's this water. This is water. It's physical water. It exists. If I drink it, it disappears. It becomes a physical body. If I take this water and I heat it up, it disappears. When the vibration or the frequency of the matter changes, it becomes something else. Your father is not physical anymore. His energy is non-physical, but it still exists. He still exists, but as non-physical consciousness. And yeah, it still doesn't feel good when they're not physically with us. But if you can commune with his energy every time for the next 2 days, when you're feeling, just be with his energy. You'll find that the suffering and the pain that you're feeling will diminish really quickly as you start to allow yourself to feel the presence of him with you. He says he's going to be sticking with you for some time. He's going to be hanging around you for a while. He says there's some things that he's been trying to get you to do that now you can get to do them. He'll use his energy to help you to complete those things. So keep that in mind, okay? He's there to help you do these things that you've left undone. Thank you for that super chat, and I really appreciate that. Yeah. I'm just scrolling through here if you got any more questions. What's this? Oh, yeah, somebody's saying, have a private reading with me. Thank you, Amanda, for saying that. A private reading with me will certainly be an experience you will never forget. When you connect to your guides and your angels directly, one-on-one, it's a very moving experience and can lead you to some profound changes in your life, in your way of thinking, in your way of being, and understanding who you are and what life is all about for you. It'll be very unique and intimate to who you are. Readings happen very simply. When you have a reading with me, it's a one-on-one process for half an hour or 1 hour, where you get to ask up to 10 questions. Most of those questions are often answered before the time is up. It often leaves time for people to ask other questions. It's $222. It's all it's going to cost you for an hour to talk to ascended masters, to your loved ones, to get wisdom, knowledge, and information that will incredibly change your life in ways that this world won't be able to do for you. I encourage you to do that. Go to my website. You can book a reading right from my calendar that suits your schedule and your time. But I've watched so many people literally encounter their loved ones where they actually feel them viscerally around them, touching them and holding them. And I've watched people's eyes and faces light up with joy at things just like that. Or at a moment where they feel the burden of their pain and their anger suddenly dissipates because Master Jesus or Buddha or their guardian angel suddenly comes forth and says something that's life-changing. It's an amazing thing. That's a really great suggestion, Amanda. Thank you for suggesting that. Booking a reading with me is a really great idea. Thank you so much. I think we got to that. Thank you. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Remember, like, subscribe, share, follow. It makes the algorithm put this information out to more people. Everybody deserves to know who they are, to be free of their suffering. Everybody deserves that. You did not come here to suffer. You came here to create. They've been telling me that for years now. It is a wonderful life. It really is. Someone saying it's funny, as a child, me and my sister went to church. As I pray, I can't see the whole question there. Can't quite see the question. Anyway, please re-articulate that question, Joy. I got that. How to tap into healing like I used to. I still have detailed dreams. Again, join the masterclass. You will, if healing is your reason for coming into this world to heal others, then you will reconnect to that power within yourself. Because the healer is within you. You can't heal. You can direct the energy that heals. You can direct this energy that's all-knowing, all-powerful to heal. It's in your body right now. So you can activate or amplify skills and talents that you currently have. And if you think you're disconnected from healing, it's only because you you've got something going on in your mind or your emotions or your memory that's inhibiting you, blocking you from being able to present that the way you know you can, because you know you can heal in a very profound way. You've known this for many years. You've known this for many years. And sometimes what you have in your mind or what you have in your memory or what you have in your stored in your body can inhibit your natural expression of being. And God knows the world has given everybody a lot of garbage in their mind that inhibits you from knowing yourself, makes you think that you're less than you are. A lot of stuff goes on in this world, that there's something wrong with the way you look, that you should just eat what you want to eat. The world is teaching you how to not take care of yourself, how not to love yourself. And you need to learn how to do that, proper self-love, right? Anyway, yeah, you can learn that. You can reconnect to that powerful healing ability you have. Hi, Sam. Sam's asking, will my son have a change of heart and come home by December? I'm getting that he'll actually come home sooner if your intention for wanting him to come home is not for your own selfish reasons, but because you want to honor and cherish who he is, and not to simply have him around to make yourself feel comfortable. I've got one of your guardian angels coming in right now. They're telling me to tell you, in your quiet moments, have nothing but love for your son and no demand. This guardian angel calls himself Alan. And he's telling me to tell you, whenever you think of your son, think only of how much you love and cherish him. Have no expectation of it. And if you want to get the fullness of that, you can go watch the replay. But I'm not in memory mode. I just let information to flow through. So I don't try to remember what's being said. That's not the point of mediumship. The point of mediumship is to allow what is truly coming through to come through as it is, not to let my thinking mind get in the way. Will Dr. Marco agree for me to switch to a plastic cast this month for my ankle injury? Yeah, spend every day seeing him taking the old cast off. Like, do that right now. I broke many years ago when I was first introduced to the idea of healing the body with the mind. I jumped off a 12-foot fence and broke my heel bone into 4 separate pieces and tore all the ligaments and tendons from the ankle bone down. And my mentor came in and gave me Gray's Anatomy and threw Gray's Anatomy at me and said, study this and tell your foot what it's supposed to do. So I did. I started telling the ligaments and tendons in the bone. I could see the bone, all the cracks in the bone being put, just erased. Inside of a week, they couldn't tell where the breaks in the bones were. At the end of a month, I walked out of the hospital, and the doctors were just blown away. So yeah, see in your mind's eye the healed, perfect, and whole. If you have a copy of Gray's Anatomy, look at the structure of the ankle and see it perfect. See your ankle perfect and pristine. Not a single crack or mark in the bone. See the bones perfect and vibrant and vital with light. And communicate that to the ankle, and then visualize the doctor taking this cast off and putting the plastic one on. Or just looking at the leg and going, oh my God, look at how well you've healed. That'll happen too. I've experienced that. It can happen that way too. But you have to understand what you're doing. Once you understand what you're doing, it gets a lot easier. Hi guys. Got one more time for one more question here. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Do I connect with the universe this month? You're connected to the universe right now. What I know, what they're telling me or asking is, can I get in communion with all-knowing intelligence? Yes, you can. Go back and watch the original live event message from today on my YouTube channel under the live section, right? Revelation comes through man, but Remember, revelation comes through men, but is given by God. That's the title of this video. It'll be on my YouTube channel under the live section after we complete it today. I think that's all we have time for today, everybody. I am truly honored and grateful and privileged to be able to connect with all of you today. I look forward to seeing you guys on the Monday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul, which starts at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. And my TikTok followers, I'll be going live on Tuesdays and Thursdays with you at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That'll be on Tuesday evening and Thursday evenings starting next week. So I'm really looking forward to having some really deep time with all of you guys and letting this thing evolve and grow with all of us. I want to wish each and every one of you much love. Remember, today is a brand new day, and this is a brand new moment, and that is the truth. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day, and I will see you guys on Monday. Bye for now.